Thank you for joining us today on Sheridan County Ag Update. Today we have with us ladies from the Sheridan County Cattlewomen. Ladies, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. Well, I'm going to let you introduce yourselves and tell what positions you hold on the organization.
I'm Christy Robinson. I'm just a member.
Okay.
Rochelle Koltiska, I'm the vice president.
And I'm Edith Harper, and just a member.
Okay. Well, great. Well, thanks for joining us. So I've heard about the Cattlewomen my whole life growing up here. So why don't you tell us what you ladies do and how you help the community?
Okay. With Cattlewomen, Sheridan County Cattlewomen, we put on many different hats, actually. We have different chair people for different organizations that we do. We do the Ag Expo for all the fourth graders in Sheridan County.
And you just had that here not long ago.
In September, correct. Okay. And then we also do the 4-H FFA buyers dinner during the fair. And we do the chili during Christmas stroll on Black Friday. We do the chili, give out free chili during that time. We also provide a gift to either first or last year beef project kids in 4-H and FFA. Missing some rules.
And generally, we contribute beef to the Pro Star program at the Sheridan High School for their cooking. And if any other high schools in their pro cooking program want help from us, we will do it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
The cooking, we can't supply all the food. But
Right. Wow.
We also donate to each one of the FFA groups in Sheridan County. We donate them money to help out with each of their FFA groups because they help us tremendously, especially during the Ag Expo. We couldn't do Ag Expo without them. But
Well, good. So I think one of the things is how do you become a member? Do you have meetings? Is it an invitation thing, or can you just show up and say, hey, I want to be a part of it?
I would love to have more members.
Okay.
You can just show up. We meet the first Monday of every month and have lunch and try and have some speakers on different ag topics.
Okay.
And plan what we're doing.
And where are your meetings and what time?
They're at noon at Perkins. And sometimes the location changes from year to year, but this year it's at Perkins at noon. There is a $10 local Sheridan County Cattlewomen's fee, or you can pay $30, and that's the local $10 fee plus $20 for the state fee. If you want to also get their membership and some of their newsletter information also, you can pay that price.
I guess I would add a little bit too. Cattlewomen around the country, our goal is to educate and promote and help our beef producers and promote the health aspects of beef and all its good qualities.
Well, and I think that's something that the education you were talking about with the schools and stuff. I think, unfortunately, the kids that grew up on the farms and ranches and knew where their beef and their food came from is dwindling. The ranches and stuff are dwindling. So I think it's great that you have these education pieces to help some of these folks that don't know. They don't have, they don't know.
And especially during the Ag Expo, the kids really, and
I guess I can just go ahead and talk about
that, but that is extremely helpful for local kids. And also we have a lot of times, even especially this year, during it, we have grandparents that help. They show up with their grandkids and they're not from here and they've never seen anything like this from where they're from. And always thank us, always appreciate it, and tell us, continue this. The kids need it each year.
You want me to talk about the Ag Expo?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've done it probably 30 years. Cattlewomen around the country tend to do something for fourth graders related to ag education. And here now we had set it up in the fairgrounds as the third Tuesday of the fall of September. And the inside and outside, we try and get all the fourth graders in Sheridan County through there. Some of the smaller schools that have a joint third and fourth grade, they will come every other year, but we miss them. And we do it only with the help of the FFA. The FFA is vital, all three FFAs, Tongue River, Claremont, and Kendrick. We have indoor exhibits that cover extension, has a lot, we do I'm trying to not exclude anybody here as I think about it, but we've got a variety of activities to talk about erosion and farming and wool spinning, wheat grinding, the parts of the cattle. Right?
The milk.
Right. The FFA has a thing where they have a wooden cow that milks and makes butter.
Okay.
And then they have a thing while the cow, the Claremont does a Jeopardy game that they all have to research their questions for them every year for the fourth graders on ag. We try and cover all ag and not just beef. Mm-hmm. And outside, the FFA has a thing of teaching roping. Ray Hahn and Adam Gable came and gave us a whole day showing farrier stuff. Sarah Schreiber comes from Moxie Schreiber and does some things on veterinary things. Soil conservation shows things on water erosion. And then we have a multitude of animals that Kendra and Rochelle and Jonah Lee and Chris Sorensen and Wanda Johnson, I think they do a variety of animals, poultry to big animals to draft horses. And then we have a cattle pot there and tractors. And so they get a full day. And we generally run about 400 kids through there in a day.
Wow.
So that's only with the help of volunteers and the FFA kids.
And they're all fourth graders.
Yep, they're all fourth graders. And the homeschoolers come. So,
oh, great. So very all-inclusive awesome.
We do our best.
Shorty, our dwarf steer, was supposed to come this year, but we just couldn't get it worked out logistic-wise for transportation. But Shorty was going to come. He's a crowd favorite.
Next year.
Yes. So I was going to say, go ahead.
Buyers there. Actually, the county fair is the final event, the sale after the week. And the buyer's dinner is a dinner that's served before the sale. And it's put on by the Cattlewomen, but also in conjunction with the Chamber of Commerce, Ag, and National Resources Committee, the Sheridan 4-H, and also Sheridan Fair Association. And it's free to the community, but it's to get the exhibitors who are selling their animals, the families, buyers, and the community all together to just kind of sit down at a big dinner and relax and eat, prep to go in and make a successful sale. It's not the Sheridan County Cattlewomen's part of it is we provide the dinner. And that doesn't mean we spend a lot of time cooking and jumping in there. We feed between 375 to 475. This year it was 425. So months before that, we go out and contact donors in the community people for donations of food to support it. I will say the community is very, very generous. And so in support of the youth and ag and everything. So what we do is the day of the dinner, we all go out and we gather up all these donations and take them into the kitchen up at the Fairgrounds exhibit hall. The Chamber of Commerce, the 4-H, and everybody, they arrange for the hall, the music, the advertising. They set up the tables and everything, chairs, tables, and we provide the food. We set it up on a serving line, and we've been, like I said, very generous donors. And we serve 425 this year. So it's just really great support.
I've got to be over there a couple of times, but I'm part of the livestock sale committee, so we're busy trying to get the sale ready to go. So we usually don't make it over there, but every year we hear how great it is and how wonderful it is. So huge thank you to everyone who helps put that on, because it's a huge part of making the sale successful.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so with that is a lot of our things that we put on are free. We don't charge a fee for things. So the Ag Expo is free.
Yes,
the buyers.
I'm going to interrupt a minute. So we also need to thank First Interstate. They sponsor us to do the chili for the Christmas stroll. And Ricky Davidson does a wonderful thing of cooking 10 roasters, I think, full of chili that we serve.
I have had.
And it's free, but it's also thanks to the sponsorship of First Interstate.
And today was our beef run, so I was pick up beef day to get that going. For donations and stuff for the beef from our members and a few others entities. Western Heritage is great. Some others, are just wonderful donors to that and provide hamburger for us for that chili. We really appreciate that.
So I know you've talked a lot about how much you guys do. Speaking of that, the donations, I assume this is all run off of donations from businesses, individuals, ranchers, farmers. If somebody has something that they want to donate, how can they do that, and how do they go about that?
I don't know that we've done that. I mean, if they donate to a function or something, but otherwise, some of what Rochelle brought is we have items that we sell to raise money and off our dues.
Okay.
And businesses can also be associate members.
Okay.
And it's a nominal thing, and some of the money goes to the state organization. But they don't have to come to meetings to do with that. But we will let people know and advertise that they are associate members if they want to be supportive.
Okay.
So we do. We have some merchandise. We have to give a gracious thank you to Sheridan Seed. They help promote us with that. We have some hats at Sheridan Seed. We have the mugs. We have some towels. We have some really nice napkins with local brands. The mugs also have local brands. The towels, just a hand towel for the kitchen, have the local brands. So they're really, it's actually neat to see, if you have not seen those at Sheridan Seed, to see the brands that are on there. And sometimes people recognize them. Sometimes they might have a family member on there that they don't know, so it's kind of nice to see. But that's how we do bring a bit of money in, is just because we have the Sheridan Seed helping us with those items, those merchandise items, and we would truly appreciate it to kind of keep us going with the other functions we have.
Well, I can remember as a kid, I always saw the napkins everywhere, and so it's fun to see them again. When you go to something, and it's like, hey, I remember those. And there used to be a cookbook.
We have.
Okay.
I don't know if we have any left. Was there one or two? Just one? I got confused because I'm in another group that has two cookbooks. But people liked it. We had some note cards, but we need to develop more things to sell.
Because I still use one of the cookbooks, and before I was a Cattlewoman.
Maybe we could reprint it. I don't know.
I was going to say, my grandma, I remember my grandma, them calling her and asking for recipes. So I kind of remembered that from being a kid, that was always something that was fun to see.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to do a new one, but it might be good to reprint it. We'll see. So,
My mom was of your grandma's generation. They called it cowbells now. It's the Sheridan County Cattlewomen. And that's like a long time ago. That's like over 50 years ago that I remember Mom being in it. And that was when the napkins is what I remember most.
I think it was in the 90s, because I talked to a couple of past members, and they said it was around 1995 is when its name changed. Before it was Sheridan County or it was Cowbells before that. And then right around, I could be wrong on the year, but it was right about 1995 it changed to Sheridan County Cattlewomen. And we'll be actually celebrating our Sheridan County Cattlewomen's 70th anniversary here in 2024.
Oh, wow.
So technically Sheridan County Cattlewomen have been around for 70 years. And before that, a lot of our Sheridan members participated in the Wyoming Cattlewomen and counties.
Is what anniversary is it for the Wyoming Cattlewomen? I thought sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Somebody told me, sorry about that. Put me on the spot on that. No. But no, it's pretty good though, the Sheridan County,
So, if somebody, do you guys have a website, Facebook page for people to go visit to find out more information, or?
We have a Facebook page, and it is just under that, Sheridan County Cattlewomen. It gives a little bio with us about what our goal is, and then there's a nice photos, some videos, some things we've done in the past year plus with Ag Expo, with the bags. We gave the first year beef kids this year a cooler bag for their participation for the first year. So there's a picture with that, picture with the buyer's dinner. So it kind of get an idea some of the things that we put on.
Well, great. Well, what else would you guys like to talk about with Cattlewomen? We got all the time in the world, so. Or if you covered,
it's just
okay.
Trying to think, how long have Cattlewomen nationally been around? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
29. For some reason, 29 comes to mind.
And
Wow.
started to help promote. And I've always been intrigued by the education component that the Cattlewomen do around the country. And, you know, I guess if somebody wanted to help have us come do something, whatever, we're open to suggestions and ideas.
Looking for some new ideas for 2024. You know, we're open for, like Edith mentioned, whether a dinner, you know, we can help out with something, you know.
Yeah, we've done that before. We've helped sort of organize some food and help serve some dinners for people. And we're happy to do that.
And we have our napkins. And
And I think at the stroll, are we going to have another basket? Maybe. We don't know that yet. Okay. Sometimes we put together some. We've had the fair parade people gave us generously some things, and we had a drawing for a basket then. Hopefully, we'll do that again this year.
Oh, okay.
I know a basket has been put together. I just don't know that we had voted on it yet.
Got it.
We usually put some jewelry on it for the craft bazaar and for the chili, and usually as a committee we have to vote on that with the jewelry, and so more than likely we have. I think we've done it for a number of years, the basket. So yes, more than likely we'll have that set up here in November to start.
So I assume you're always looking, every organization's always needing more members. I know everyone I've been involved in, you always need more members to help out. So I assume that that's with this organization as well. You could always, especially younger members too, some younger blood coming in. And
Yeah. Well,
That's definitely.
you're the officer.
Yes, definitely. We welcome any, yes, and young members would be wonderful. It's nice to get some ideas from new young members. We have a number of older members that's been with us for a number of years that don't attend meetings, and sometimes we may not see them until we get to the buyer's dinner or until we get to the Ag Expo. And we understand everybody's life is busy, but yes, we definitely welcome.
Yeah, no, we have some members that really work hard to help with the Ag Expo, and that's great. So
that's their thing, and
right. And if people have other ideas, or
that's okay. I kind of got roped into the FFA alumni. It was like, oh well, you were FFA, and about the only thing I do to help them is with their barn bash. And I kind of told Randy, listen, I've got tons of other things. I will help you with this portion of it. So I mean, that's great that you can have those people that really designate to one thing, and you don't have to worry about that.
and you don't have to be an active Cattlewoman to be a member if you're interested in participating and supporting. We have a number of people who, for different reasons, are no longer, but because some of the more active members are pretty busy all the time. Like one of the people who's going to come today is working cattle. So
Well, I know you mentioned Kendra. I'm friends with Kendra as well, and I know she's super, super busy all the time, but very supportive and very active with your group as well. So, well, ladies, thank you so much for being with us today. I hope that we can help get you some new members, and I hope that we get you some recognition for a lot of the things that you guys do that people probably don't even know. So, like I said, from the sale committee, thank you so much for the buyer's dinner. It's a huge help to get to thank our buyers for coming in and having record sales every year for the sale. So that's a huge part of it. So we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You bet. All right. Well, for more news, sports, and podcasts, see SheridanMedia.com.